Hey guys, welcome back to the second half, and that is very good to see. 2 KOs for the Norse not coming back.
0 for 3 on KO rolls.
Oh, look at that cheering fans. I win that one with the one fame, and if only you had a cheerleader. Oh man.
I actually seriously considered buying a cheerleader before this match because I was 30k TV above you,
Yes,
which means if you're 50, you give up inducements. So I could have bought a cheerleader just for funsies and still not given you any inducements.
you could have gotten that reroll, and then the thread would have loved you for being the champion of the cheerleader, but unfortunately, it was not to be.
It's just shameful. Also, you'll notice this video is only 21 minutes long.
Yep, there's a reason for that.
Oh,
Uh,
Blood Bowl.
Also, you will have noticed that the fact that Frankencastle got surfed means I didn't have my kick player out there. So my kick scattered the full 6 squares, and it's now in the hands of carries on, rather than being out on the pitch somewhere.
I think every kick we had in this game scattered 6 squares.
That sounds about right.
Or except maybe like one of them. No, because the one kickoff that didn't matter, where you couldn't
Yep.
score, didn't scatter 6, and every other one scattered 6 squares.
Yeah.
This was a weird game for dice.
Me and you always end up having weird games like this, where like we both just it's sort of a race to see who can not fail more. Uh, and in this case, you are we're pretty well tied, but you have the score on me when I had that ball. So it's kind of not looking great here.
The weirdest game I actually had was with Seven Deadly Sins, and
hmm
was in fumble, and I remember it because the only injuries sustained all game were KOs and deaths.
Oh God.
There were 3 deaths on each side and like 8 or 9 KOs total.
That is awesome.
It was, I think he was playing undead actually because he had mummies because I killed a mummy. Or was it? It might have been. It might have been necromantic because I might have killed a werewolf. I can't remember if it was a werewolf or a girl. Anyway, but like
Right.
everyone died and nothing else. Like no one got slightly hurt. Everyone just died.
Now, the fact that you have a player down and 2 in the KO box means that you're already down, I think, a player on me. And the fact that you're up a score means that you are going to be very conservative and you're going to go ahead and cage up here towards the sideline. I am not going to fall for your shenanigans. I know you only want me to put players over on that sweet sideline for some surf action. So we're gonna sort of play it safe here. I got all half to try to bring back and tie, maybe win. I'm not feeling a win here because I know even though you were sort of rusty, you're still good enough that you probably won't let me win. But we're gonna try to tie.
Yeah, I generally towards the end of the game, if I think I might be losing, will start trying to do crazy things just to make sure the other person won't win.
Yeah, I don't want more death on my hands. Now, was pretty confident that Flesh Gordon was going to be able to prevent you from either pushing through this middle or pushing around to the side, because I wanted to spill you off to the sideline, but he immediately goes down, and you have now started the process of clearing yourself a little path right through the middle of my players.
Mm-hmm. What do I even like? I forget how
It's
I open this hole through here, like, because I know I do it, but
Yep.
I don't know how.
It is the Ulfwerener who is eventually going to blitz, and you. This is sort of a dangerous place to put yourself in, pinning yourself in the middle of a pincer. But if you can get around me and put up a good enough wall, then it would probably guarantee your win. If you can make a score here.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things. Run through and hope that something goes wrong for you, so I can just run away and score. And even if I
Yep.
don't get through all the way, then the ball is still farther in your half, and I'll have most of my guys behind it. Because your fast guys are mostly down on, or will be mostly down on the field. Or your really
hmm
fast one is down at least. I can catch everything else, but except for that damn werewolf.
So you're gonna make a kind of a weird decision, and I guess I'll ask you why you did it when it happens. But for now, you are the the Norse are going to just sort of move into the middle of that pitch and try to keep me from being able to stop you. At least because if you can keep me from stopping you this turn, you're going to be able to score next turn. Oh, I think I remember why you do what you do. Right. You're gonna pass with carries on the berserker, and that was to get a level, right?
Yes,
Okay.
that's why I gave it to him, is because he's got 5 SPP. Because I play like it's a tournament most of the
Mm-hmm.
time because that's really the only time I play these days.
Yeah.
So in tournaments and instead of like open leagues, if you level, it's fine, whatever. But in a tournament, you want to try and get as much SPP as you possibly can as quickly as you can.
Mm-hmm. So there we see the one square pass, which is it has functionally, other than getting that SPP, it has zero benefit and only negatives compared to just handing it off, because you have to make that other agility roll for the actual passer. But you get that one SPP and you get that level on that guy.
Yeah, so that was my goal.
Mm-hmm. You're burning a reroll to get who's that? Omnashimi?
Omnashime. Yeah.
Yes, to get him in a good defensive spot. And now this is certainly stoppable, but this is not great because you're right up in my stuff, and some of my good guys are on the ground.
Yeah, so I was mostly hoping that I had enough guys there that you couldn't really get at him too well.
Mm-hmm.
And then hopefully you'd either spend a reroll trying to get guys in position or clear guys out, or just fail a block or something.
Luckily for you, I have some saucy plays incoming that we're gonna get in there because I'm gonna throw down a wrestle and I'm gonna get in there.
Yeah, and I always forget about wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
Since
It's a very good counter to Norse.
well,
Here we go.
And the thing is,
Yes, Chololine. Like it's not even a thing. 4+, like it's not even a thing, and now McGruff is freed up. But yeah, Wrestle is very good in this matchup.
and I always forget about wrestlers because I play mostly Norse,
Mm-hmm.
and there's literally no reason to ever take wrestle on a Norse team because everyone's already got block.
Yeah, it's a waste.
So yeah, so wrestle, flesh golem dodge, 1 DB,
Yes.
minus armor value, rerolls into minus armor value.
The apothecary managed to fix your fractured skull, but unfortunately it left you with the serious concussion, so you're still minus armor value, and that's pretty much death for an Ulfwerner.
So those are the way the injury table works. Is you roll a d6 and then you roll a d8, and those are each one result on both of those dice.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a one in, what is it, like 64 chance or something stupid?
Right. Well, it'd be
either of those occurring.
I mean, because there's 5, or I guess there's 6 possible options, and 2 of them are minus armor value, and you roll them twice. So it's kind of a weird case that would happen. But
well, I rolled the 2 different ones
right,
too.
yeah,
It's the other thing.
yeah, exactly. So you are because of my saucy accidental. I meant to get beef slab free, but I sort of forgot how I was going to do that, and I blocked the wrong guy initially. So I had to make that dodge in order to. I could have thrown the -2 DB, but that's kind of scary, and so I decided the two moves probably have the same like percent success, but I would rather have done it that way, and that's how it ended up happening. And you are now down your strength 4 player, and the board is looking very good in my favor.
Yeah, it's looking quite a bit better. I'm losing guys quickly, which tends to happen for Norse, because Norse snowball really bad both directions.
And that's not good.
That's a snake to dodge.
Yep.
Because Norse, with the 7 army value, and generally they hit hard, so either you start snowballing the other team, or they start snowballing you, because you have not a lot of strength and not a lot of armor. There's one sure thing in a Norse game, and that's there will be blood. You don't know when you start whose it will be, but there will be blood.
Yep. So here I have to make the decision whether or not I want Santos or McGruff to have the ball. Obviously, McGruff is faster, but Santos has dodge. And the fact that you don't have tackle means that I ultimately decide that I'd rather have Santos give Santos the ball, because McGruff reasonably can't really run away, and I'm sure that you can somehow finagle a way to get a punch on my ball carrier. So I'd rather have the guy who can take that punch better have the ball in his hands.
I like how you assume I'm just like super crafty. Like
I've played enough matches that I know that you'll figure something out. If you don't roll skulls, of course.
That's the thing.
Right, yeah.
I would also like to point out, you were talking about me using a reroll on that GFI. We're 3 turns in. Mm-hmm. You have yet to use a reroll.
Yep, and I got that bonus one too. So pretty soon here, I'm gonna have to start doing dumb things just so I can use those rerolls, because I wouldn't want to leave rerolls on the table.
Yeah, if you don't start by turn 13, you're gonna run out of turns. Mm-hmm. That's just no good. You got to start re-rolling safe blocks at some point here.
Yep, or just doing increasingly dumb things. I'm still very very cautiously playing just in case I want to use all those rerolls. So I'm gonna leave Johnny Rotten. I'm gonna leave that block from happening just so I can just in case he goes down or whatever. And we're gonna instead sort of guarantee the fact that you are not gonna have an easy time getting to me.
You say that, but Ulf dodges, man.
Oh, that's
If
true.
you dodge with a flesh golem, I can dodge with an Ulf.
Well, you can't Cholo lean with an Ulforner. That's an important clarification.
An important distinction.
Yes. The one thing I didn't account for is the fact that you'll see down there, that's what's up laying on the ground. Normally that player would just be totally out of commission because, he's on the ground, but the fact that he has jump up means that he can use his full 7 squares, and he can, in fact, get all the way over to Santos to provide an assist. And I believe that is the first thing that you're going to go ahead and do here.
Yeah, it's just Cyanide's pathing. It took me a minute.
Right.
Because it's like, oh, you wanted to run over here. That means you want to do 3 dodges, right?
You also wanted to roll dub skulls, right? And stun your own player.
Yeah, that was exactly what I wanted.
And so that pretty much guarantees the fact that he's stunned, among the fact that you can't move your players, pretty much guarantees that we're scoring. And at the very least, I'm not going to lose, probably.
Yeah, that's why the dice hate you a lot.
Now here, more than any other situation, I could so easily stall this game out. Like, you don't even know, but I'm not going to do that.
But you'd be stalling for a tie at this point.
Yep.
Which is, I have done in the tournament just to get that point, but it is the lamest stall.
Oh, it's mega lame. And imagine the next 10 minutes of just stall play. Oh, I'd kill myself. I'm going to run McGruff way the shit away here.
I like that that's your response. Like, okay, I'm safe. Time to get the werewolf
Yep.
away from everything.
God knows he's going to somehow manage to kill himself.
He's already had, at least one guy skull on him.
Yep. Yeah, that sounds correct. I'm also setting up to get some super greedy punches in, assuming you stand these guys up. So we'll see.
Yeah, I will probably try and at least close the gap and pressure you, but the way I've been rolling, I just don't see it working very well.
Yeah, there's no reason to stand all those guys up only to get them knocked down again. Because you basically are playing with the assumption that I'm not going to stall you out, because you know that's super lame, so...
And I don't... Like, even if you do stall me out, we tie instead of losing. So, like...
There's no rush.
Yeah, like, I'm not super motivated by preventing you from tying me, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Especially now that everyone's dying and I've already used my apothecary. Man, I did this really dumb.
Yeah, you're going to choose to go after... Oh, you probably want to at least put a modicum of pressure on me here.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
But, like, I could have done it in a better way, I feel like.
Yeah.
Looking back on it. Yeah, I want to at least pretend I can put pressure on you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, at some point that's just sort of... Oh, that's not good.
And I was like, I have 1 reroll left. I need to save it.
And that was...
He also loses a point in armor value, so now my entire team is AV7.
Yep. Both your Ulfs are going to be out here, and that's not good.
No, that's very, very bad.
For the long term of the team.
Ulfs are one of the big cornerstones of this. Basically, all the positionals on this team are super important.
Yep. So I'm going to queue up my own dance touchdown, my retaliation dance, and we're going to go ahead and score with Santos again. Easy as that.
If you're not dancing for a touchdown, then you're just not playing Blood Bowl, right?
That's true. Or you're terrified of messing up somehow.
Accidentally clicking a GFI.
I have accidentally GFI'd into dancing. I don't think I've ever fallen over because of it, but I learned my lesson after the first time, and I was just like, oh, Jesus. I almost messed that one up.
And there's another 6 distance scatter.
Yep. God, I wish I had that kick player. I go look at him, I'm like, I didn't put him on the line right.
Just look at him so longingly, and that's probably one of the best kicks in the game to ever have.
Oh, that was a perfect kick, especially considering the turn counter here.
Yeah, the only time that wouldn't be great is if you're playing somebody that had a really, really good passing game, where you want to kick short.
Or you manage to get a blitz roll where the defense gets to play a turn, and you can go run and stand where the ball should be landing.
That's always fun, but yeah, in this situation, that's pretty much the perfect kick for you, because you still have enough time that you might be able to score with that werewolf.
Yep.
If you can run up quick enough.
And not also, just get murdered in retaliation for my saucy play.
Yeah, well, that's always problematic.
Hmm.
Because at this point, I'm like, I got 2 turns left, or 3 turns,
Uh,
and half my team's dead.
yeah,
I'm not making it.
you're going to. I just love the idea of standing your guy in the very corner of the end zone, uh, because that was his full movement to even get there. But you're sort of going to push down a little bit, and I am going to. I'm going to try to hunt out some of my own serfs here because at this point, like you could maybe theoretically score, but I also just want to. I want to sort of keep you busy for a couple turns just to guarantee the tie, just in case. Because I've screwed up the tie already. I screwed up the tie with Corn big time. So I don't want to do it again. We're playing smart here today.
Play it safe, play it neutral.
Yep.
It's a tie. Everyone's all even, except my team, who's horribly crippled now.
Well, yeah. But they're Norse. They'll live. They'll get over it.
I'll just play one of my other like 6 Norse teams.
Yeah,
It'll be okay.
exactly. This is unfortunately Norse team number 4 are gonna have to be decommissioned. So you'll have to go into the bag and pull out some new Norse.
This is like Norse team number 6 or 7, like literally.
That's not surprising.
You just need to get up to like 2100, 2000 TV, and I'll play you with one of my real teams.
I'm working on it. There's a lot of people who want to play like 2000 plus, just super ridiculous teams, but I can only level up so fast that at the rate my players are dying.
I was gonna say, if you could keep people from dying,
Yep.
you know.
I'm working on it. Trust me. Now this is sort of a scary position because McGruff can pretty easily be counter-surfed. I didn't really think about it going into it. I was like, he'll probably knock that guy down, whatever, and then I'll just run away and surf him next time. But
It's actually a little hard to counter surf him right there.
still doable. You're still going to go for it, of course.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not super easy. I have to leave a second guy on the sideline and get Beef Slab out of the way.
Yeah, it's by no means guaranteed, but like as soon as I made this play and I looked at this board, I was like, yeah, he's going to surf that guy. I've played enough matches against you to know you're going to surf that guy.
Pretty much, you leave anybody within 2 spaces of the sideline, you can guarantee, and they're worth anything, you can guarantee I'll try and surf them.
Yep. If there's a silver lining to the situation, though, it's the fact that this is turn 15, and you're not going to be able to get a player into scoring position. So I have guaranteed the tie at this point, which is great, because losing's not fun.
I could still move Jade into scoring position, theoretically.
Not now. Now is the bad time to skulls. This is the bad time to roll 2s.
So, on the surf, by the way, Jade would have moved another space to his left to stand next to McGruff, and then That's What's Up would have come in and hit McGruff from the space to the right and pushed him next to between Carries On and Dear Believer, and then the next push would have sent him out.
Yep, but unfortunately you are now not only getting double counter surfed, there's a KO which doesn't matter, but Beef Slab is in his current state unsurfable with Stand Firm, and I will be able to protect McGruff from being surfed, and the only surfs will be my surfs today.
I already got the first surf, so you know.
Right.
I think it's actually 2-2 on surf now, isn't it? Because I surfed one of the whites and he only got like KO'd or stunned. So, you know, I actually got surfs when the teams are mostly even. It took you to when I was down like half my team to get surfs. I'm just saying.
Well, my goal going into the game wasn't surf as many dudes as possible, unlike some of us. So
that's why wouldn't that be your goal? What other possible goal could you have?
I don't know, winning the game, getting SPP maybe. But there's Flesh Gordon he's doing his first thing and it's a KO.
He's got to start slow, got to ease into it.
Mm-hmm.
He's used to life in the fast lane.
Savior of the universe and all.
Got to slow it down. It's not a notch, you know.
And then I do realize I'm like, let's run let's do something dumb. Maybe just maybe I could do something with Santos here and get a really stupid score.
I was gonna say, if you could surf him, the scatter would almost assuredly come back into range of somebody to pick it up and throw it.
Yep. Yeah, with a 9 movement werewolf. Assuming you don't go straight after him like you're doing here, I could maybe do something, and that'd be fun.
What else am I gonna do? He's the only player that's threatening.
Right, exactly.
So, you know, it's kind of one of those like, well, I'll throw this guy down here, and then any good players will be like, oh, hey, it's the only player that can do anything. Let's kill that guy as soon as possible.
I mean, why not move my best player, my player with the most SPP, the player without regen, and the armor value 7 player, the most feeble player, to get piling on Mighty Bloat.
Also, that's a good point and why I would target him. And look, and that's the third piling on, and still nothing.
Yep, but luckily nothing happens. Santos is okay, and we finally, it seems like it's been forever ago. We finally make it through a game where I don't get a serious casualty. The badly hurt, obviously, but nothing team damaging.
Which is odd because usually I cause a lot of damage.
Yeah.
It's just kind of the way I play. And Vanity Pass because why not?
I do, however, realize that I believe White Power, who has Mighty Blow, he has 15 SPP. So if I can, or no, sorry, Dr. White has 15 SPP. So if I can get that ball, which I theoretically can, assuming I can push it and scatter it. This is all basically, this is like turn 16 dumb stuff that I want to get done because I got nothing else to do. And I can theoretically do it. So we're gonna try to use McGruff's insane speed to knock the ball in a position where Dr. White can pick it up and pass it and possibly level. Because right now, as it stands, without the MVP, we don't have anybody who leveled. We might get one with the MVP, but I want to try to guarantee a level at the very least. So let's go for it.
You always got to go for levels.
Oh yeah. Also considering the fact that I didn't have to use a reroll yet, and I'm at four rerolls.
Oh, you finally use a reroll on a safe block.
Finally use a reroll on the safest, dumbest block. And of course, that son of a bitch, Riffraff, the ball scatters right on him and he picks it up like it's nothing. So
5+ roll ain't no thing.
no SPP. We end up with a tie. Nothing bad, nothing too great, but it's going to bring our team back to full strength next match, which is good.
Also, if you notice the chat there, you could tell I was a little mad at the dice at that half.
Yeah. Also, the fact that my dice are so great. We also managed to get 60,000 gold, so we get a nice chunk of
and
change.
That is a great MVP.
Yes, that's perfect, because those guys they're really hard to get SPP on. So yeah, no levels, but our team's back to full strength, and we have a little bit of cash to throw around, so we'll have to do some voting. So we'll see you guys for the next match.
1460 is almost a real TV.
Oh yeah.